Hey, how we doing? Come on in, guys. So an average Wednesday for me is I wake up, try and get some study in before yoga, go to my yoga class. Then I hit the weight room for a little while, work my core and do some other supplementary stuff. Try to get something to eat and then head over to practice. And then after practice, I actually leave about 15 minutes early because I have my master's lecture at night from 6 to 9. So it's a pretty full day for me. So this is Dr. Smith's research methods class. And I'm just gonna go over some of my Chapter 8 review terms to make sure I know it for my quiz today. Right now we're headed off to yoga, get a good stretch in, and then after yoga, we will be going down to the weight room so I can work some core and do some other supplementary lifts. What do you guys do for lunch?
First floor.
No, I'm a broke college student. I think football helps with my major more than my major helps with football. I think that obviously applying to different policing agencies or federal agencies, they're gonna wanna know, how you kind of handle stressful situations and how you make critical decisions, in split second real time. And I think football is excellent for that because that's pretty much all you're doing is identifying a defense, making a split-second critical decision with the given information that you have, and then just committing with it. There's not a lot of room to be wishy-washy and guess. You got to know your assignment and execute it, obviously as efficiently as possible. So with that, I think it's really important to be able to do those things in the criminal justice world as well as on the football field. Being a student athlete in general, it just teaches you how to get stuff done efficiently, and keep a schedule that you can abide to, and just get all your work done when you can. Studies have shown that student athletes actually get better grades when they're in season than when they're not, and I think it's just attributed to a strict regimen, keep getting down to business, and just not wasting time. I love the city. It's honestly one of the main selling points for me to come and play here at Wayne was to be able to enjoy the city life. And even in just the 6 years I've been here, the revitalization of the city's kind of been incredible. Just to see from on campus when this was mainly a commuter school to now all the people that are actually willing to live on campus and are trying to get down here, and obviously the building of all the different districts and the Little Caesars Arena that's getting put up and everything. It's kind of insane how much things have turned around, at least in this Midtown area and downtown. But it's really cool to experience it firsthand and kind of see all the growth and development that's happened. At the end of the day, my competitiveness, the passion I have for the game, all that was kind of learned through here. As a student athlete, you learn how much you really care and love football. And so, being at this place, being around people that, I'm always invested with and care about every single day, and getting able to, play football, play the game that I love every single day with those guys, it's special, it's fun. I actually had back surgery. I herniated my disc, my L5, and in order to maintain and keep my strength and work my flexibility and stuff, I started yoga, and it's honestly been one of the best experiences I've ever had. It's helped me in the weight room, it's helped me athletically and just mentally, just kind of learning how to push through certain things and staying in uncomfortable positions and stuff like that. So it's actually really good and I really enjoy it. It's really just kind of freeing too, just in order to get in certain positions and you just feel the relief going down your back and everything. It's something I haven't experienced before until I did it, so I recommend it for sure. Weight room injury. So I was just, it's a culmination of things I think. I think it could have been bulging before, and it kind of just reached a breaking point after a certain amount of time doing a bunch of squats and stuff on it, and then just eventually herniated, so had to get the surgery and get it fixed. Mine was the least invasive surgery that they did, so they didn't have to like go in manually. They actually just made a small incision and went in with the tubes and like the cameras through there. So my recovery process wasn't as long. But with a back, you just have to be smart with it and just kind of go as how you feel, because obviously everyone heals differently. And especially with the back, there's a lot of, misinterpreting, what feels good, what doesn't. So I was just really smart with it. Took my red shirt, made sure that I had a full year to just kind of recover from it, rehab from it, and then obviously get stronger after it. Because being limited in the weight room for so long, it's hard to come back, with a quick turnaround, and the season was right around the corner last year at that point. So it just didn't make any sense to try and force a comeback and not be at even close to 100%. You can't look at it like a negative, because like all it's gonna do is just bother you and upset you and keep you in a depressed state. So my thing is, okay, I'm gonna get the surgery, get my back fixed. After the surgery, my back had felt better than it had ever felt before. So I just kind of used that feeling as like, you know what, I'm just gonna, continue to push myself, get stronger, get better, and just come back even better from the injury. And so I can have an even better season than I had planned, to have before then. So it's kind of just using it as motivation at that point. You can't let it like negatively affect you. You just gotta look at the positives and kind of try to spin it your own way if you can. We did a lot of core stuff today, so it was actually really nice because I'm actually gonna go and do core in the weight room. All right, so my shoulders get stiff, so I just do a shoulder routine with a band, try and loosen me up. This is the glute hammer raise machine. This is what I use to strengthen my glutes, obviously, and then get hamstring work in, and low back is really what it really targets. So, and then I do a core routine out of it too.
I mean, I think we have the most comprehensive workout regimen. Coach Mendoza's his program is, it's as good as it gets. He works in line with what the professionals are doing. All right, so here's the locker room. We're going to head in for a meeting right now with the offensive line. So, the Grand Valley game is going to be a lot of fun. It's two really, really good teams, kind of going at it for the top of the GLIAC. And there's obviously they've historically been the best team in the GLIAC. They've had all the accolades and stuff thrown their way, and our goal is to kind of join them in that aspiration for the top, and to be recognized as one of those national Division II powerhouses. I try not to get too personally invested in each game. I try and treat it as another GLIAC game, which it is, and the main focus for me is just doing my assignment, executing my job, doing my job to the best of my ability, and letting my guys behind me be as successful as they possibly can be. I was preseason All-American last year before my injury, and I'm preseason All-American this year. My goal is just to be the best player for my team that I possibly can be. Obviously, I strive to be an All-American in everything I do. At the end of the season, that's my goal, is to be first team All-American and an Upshaw Award winner, which is the award for the best lineman in D2. So those are things I strive for and achieve for. But at the end of the day, the success of the team is really all I care about. It's all that matters. As long as we win games, as long as I do my job and keep my guys clean, that's all I really care about. At the end of the day, I really just want to make a roster somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter, like, obviously, the Lions are like, my favorite team, my hometown team. Patriots have always been a team that, like, I'm super invested in, and I've always respected and admired their organization. But I mean, once you actually, like, are auditioning and training in front of these organizations, you just want to make a team. You just want to get a chance to play at the highest level and kind of prove yourself and show what you're capable of doing. And that's really all I ask for, is just an opportunity. I'll be home for just a little period of time after the season, just kind of getting stuff finalized. At that point, I'll be negotiating with agents and like see where I'm going to train for do combine training and stuff. And then after that point, it's kind of the question mark. I don't know exactly where I'll be training at, where I'll be, where I'll end up and stuff like that. So it's kind of exciting, but right now the focus is on the season and you know, doing as well as I can to finish out with a great year. All right, so it's practice time. Just getting ready for the day.